Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today, well, I'm going to be starting another Battletech Force, another painting video series for the Eridani Light Horse mercenary company. And it's one I've never heard of, but I did find them on Camo Specs. And basically the main color scheme is olive drab, which is unfortunately a very common theme with the Battletech forces. There seem to be a lot of factions that do the base coat of some type of green. So that's also why I do labels on all of these, so this way I can identify from which faction they go to, being that a lot of them are using almost the same colors. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a base coat of olive green, and it's going to, after that, it's just going to be, painting up the weapons, getting the base ready, and doing all that stuff. So first I'm going to prime these pieces. Oh, let me show you these pieces. So first we got the Thunderbolt. Okay. Next we got Sagittaire. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a mech I have never really seen before, but my God, look at all those guns. Looks like a walking arsenal. Probably one I'd like very much. Next we have the Cyclops. I think I painted a few of these before on the channel. And last but not least, the Banshee. Another one that I think I painted quite frequently on the channel. Probably also the Thunderbolt. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to be priming these pieces next, and when I come back, I'm going to start the base coats. Alright, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and that primer is now dry, and we're going to get started on the base coat. It turns out that I really didn't have any more olive green, and rather than delay this video, I just took another green, which looks very similar. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright. Let me mix this up a bit more. Much better. And I do apologize for any noises coming from outside. It did just recently snow. Actually, it snowed last night into this morning, and oh boy, did I do myself in with that. But anyway, there are people outside that are, taking the time to shovel. Because of what I did this morning, I'm pretty much either delaying that or just hoping that the salt I threw down melts all the snow that's on my steps. Because what I did, see, today is Saturday, and every Saturday I run my errands, and I decided that I didn't want to put it off. I got to get from here. So what I did was I went out with my wagon, because I don't have a car, because unfortunately, I am divorced, and the divorce kind of took car ownership, away from me for the time being. So anyway, I basically just went out and did my errands. Like I said, I had my wagon out there with me. That's how I get all my groceries home. And well, it appears that the mayor never sent the order for sanitation to go out and plow and salt the streets. So I was basically dragging my wagon through the snow and the slush the entire way there and the entire way back. Now, let me tell you that when I got back, I was so tired that I was shaking. That's how much I was hurting. It took a lot out of me, especially, for those of you who've seen my other videos and you've heard me talk about it, I do have arthritis in my knees. Oh boy, is it triggered today. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I was really. I mean, literally shaking I mean, it's like I would hold it, and my hand would do this, but you know, I think I delayed the videos just long enough for me to pretty much um, get past that. You know, but my God, yeah. I mean, I had a good laugh with some of the cashiers when we were talking. I was saying, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the walk home. Oh boy, I was right to not look forward to it. It was very brutal. Um, but it's like when you're out there and you have your groceries in that wagon, you can't quit. What are you going to do? Leave all your groceries behind? No, you're not going to do that. So I just kept on pushing forward. This is all I really could do. And, got it home. Luckily, I didn't have an overloaded wagon. It was not as heavy, so I was able to get the wagon inside without having to make multiple trips up and down snowy steps to get everything inside. I was able to just, you know, go step by step by, with lifting up the wagon, get it into the house. Still haven't folded, still haven't folded that thing up yet. Probably won't do it till later. Whoops. Probably won't do it till later tonight. Yeah, I might drop these pieces a few more times, which I better get that out of my system before the next video I'm doing, because those pieces had to repair and they might still be a bit fragile. So yeah, it was the whole time I'm coming home, basically cursing out the mayor because he's the one who gives the order for for sanitation to go out and clear out the snow. And if they didn't do it, that means he didn't give the order. Okay. These battlemechs are pretty big. I didn't look too closely at the cards, because they do have the Alpha Strike cards in these packages. But I do remember some of these. So I believe, I mean, maybe with the exception of this one might be an assault class, but I believe the other one's a heavy class. So yeah, they're pretty big. So the base coat might take a bit longer than normal, because, as you can see, there is a lot of mini to cover. Okay. And I think I gotta plug in this nice magnifying device, because the the light I really don't think is very bright right now. It's not really shining or making it visible that it's shining. At least not visible to me. I don't know how it looks on camera, but yeah, from my perspective, it's all pretty dark. Okay. So I might be plugging these things in between all these segments that I do. Basically, while I'm waiting for paint to dry, I might be charging up this light. All right, this one, the Thunderbolt. So gives you the cloud effect. This wasn't like something I could add on. This was basically how they made it. So I'm only going to do the base coat of this color on the mini, on the battle mech itself, and when I'm doing details, I'll take care of the white. And of course back here, I think closer to where the back of the battle mech is, I'll put in like a bit of yellow to make it actually look like, you know, rockets igniting. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of times that I started this and I had to stop and redo the take, like the first take, because I forgot what the name of the mercenary company was. So when I grabbed the box, so I would remember. I'm actually glad that this mercenary company is. Oh, well now look at that. Looks like I got some gluing to do. Oh, I guess I could remove. I guess I could remove that, and maybe I will, but let me finish the base coat. And then I'll make my decision. Okay. All right. It's coming along nicely. Yeah, if I'm able to remove this part, I might actually do it, because I'd rather just have the mech. Put that back on there. Okay. Hold on a sec. Just do a little touch up from where my fingers just removed some paint. All right, last one. Let's get more paint on there. There we go. Ooh, yeah, so anyway, like I said, I'm glad I was able to actually find them, because there was the last force. Was it the last force? No, not the last force I did, but one of the forces that I just did, that I did recently, or somewhat recently, was one called the Black Remnant, which I guess is a new one that they made up. I don't know why they made up a new one, because there's there's like plenty of mercenary companies listed already, unless this was part of their Kickstarter for mercenaries, which I still have not received. I paid the whole thing. I'm still waiting. As you can tell, I'm a little bit annoyed about that, because I've been waiting a very long time for this stuff. Should have gotten my stuff. I feel like I should have gotten my stuff over a year ago. I mean, I know it takes a while after a Kickstarter's finished for everything to be made and shipped, but you know, I originally placed the order 2 years ago, or more than 2 years ago, probably. So yeah, a little bit annoying. Okay, getting close. So it is currently actually just after Christmas, and had a good Christmas. I hope everybody out there did as well. And oh boy, yeah, it's So yeah, I'm off from work from, basically from the end of, well, Christmas Eve by contract. Where I work, we have a half a day. So from that point, after I left there, from that point on, I'm basically off until January 5th. I joke around saying, yeah, I can almost forget I work here. Okay. Yeah, so maybe while I'm home, if I can get the money together, I'll make a trip to Brown's Hobbies and get some paints, get some greens. I think I need to replace some greens. All right. Okay. Sorry about jostling you there. Okay, so I'm going to let that base coat dry, and when we come back, I'm going to get started on details. I'm going to see on that Thunderbolt if I can take that piece off, because like I said, I'd rather just have the mech rather than have that big, thing of smoke behind him. So, well, we'll see about that. All right, so anyway, I'm going to, like I said, the main thing is to let this paint dry, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the base coat on those battle mechs have dried, and I'm going to now start with gunmetal. All right, so let's get to it. All right. Much better with the light. Okay. Oh, absolutely, much better with the light. Wow. I mean, I'm going to apologize right now if the if when I was doing the base coat, if everything looked too dark on on the video on from the camera. I do apologize. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying before I was done. So yeah. Yeah, I did the errands, like I normally do on Saturday. I kind of wish I did actually put it off until tomorrow. I don't know. I guess I'm stubborn. I've been accused of that a lot lately, and I can't argue with it, unfortunately. So yeah, I probably, I not probably. I didn't want to. I was saying to myself, I really don't want to do the errands on Sunday. I didn't want to do all, because it's not a terribly long walk, but yeah, I just didn't want to do it tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, my brother-in-law lovingly pointed that out to me. And like I said, I can't argue with it. I am stubborn. I had to admit it. Or at least relented to it. Well, maybe one day I'll be able to break from that, being that way. But for the moment, yeah, it's pretty much, very much a part of me. All right. Oof. But anyway, so I got it done. I got everything home. I got everything put away. I made my breakfast, and then I took a 2-hour nap before I pretty much showered and shaved for the day. Oh man, did I need it. Still feel like I need it, but I don't want to sleep my day away. Especially since, like I said before, that I am off. This is pretty much a vacation I take every year. I take these days off. At least I have been since I reached the I reached the amount of time in the company that I work for to be able to request this time, and be able to still take it, be able to get it and not be denied. It's like I have like, I'm in my 30th year basically where I work, and seniority does have its advantages. So yeah, so during this time that I'm off, I'm going to I'm going to be basically taking care of the videos for when I need them, but also because, as some of you may know, I have started putting the showcase on Patreon, and because like normally, I think I said this is the 4th week. Well, I didn't say that before, but anyway, this is the 4th week of the month, and for a long while, I was doing like a solo game video. But what I do now instead is I basically stop doing it. Stop doing the solo games on YouTube, and I put them as exclusive footage on Patreon. Oh, by the way, so I did try to take this part off, but the mini does not basically, it doesn't really go well on the base, and there's no like alternative footing in the package for for this mini, so I pretty much had to leave it. So anyways, I was saying, so yeah, so I'm going to be basically, as one of the things that I'm doing, is I'm going to be filming a bunch of the solo games, so that I have some, so I always have something to post. I may have to go over this with some of the green. We'll see. Okay. Actually, I think I got to start taking from here now. So while I'm home, I'm going to do a bunch of those, and one of the things that I also do is, because I don't really get like a whole heck of a lot of Christmas gifts, although my kids did give me something awesome. They had asked me like what I wanted to like send them links to Amazon, so I send them 3 links to trades, trade paperbacks for Marvel Comics. They have like they have like a series called Epic Collections, and they have it for a lot of their characters. So I sent them 3, and I said, just get me any one of these. Well, they got me all 3 of them. It was awesome. It was awesome to see that. It really was. And I do hope that my kids are finally watching my videos so they can hear me say that, although I've already told them that. In person, of course. Yeah, so... so yeah, so that's... But usually, in addition to that, especially from my mother, I get an Amazon card and I get some cash, so... I was able to accumulate other, I was able to get some Amazon gift card credit through other means, and I added it to what I was able to do with everything I got on Christmas Eve from a family. And then I placed an order on Amazon for a new computer to replace the one that I have that really don't work. Yeah, I have an old machine, pretty much was on its last legs probably years ago, and I just kept on using it, just trying to prolong the length of the machine as much as I could. So, because you know, I don't really have, you know, I didn't really have a lot of, you know, any spare money to spend on a computer. And what I get is not very advanced, but it's enough to do the at least the writing that I want to do. And because, like, you know, I do these videos on a tablet that I have, and I will continue to do that. And you know, on that very same tablet, that's when I want to go on the internet. That's pretty much what that's where I, you know, use it for. So, whoops. Oh, almost forgot on this one. I got to, you know what? Let me put that aside. Put that aside. I finish these with the base. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be, hopefully tomorrow, because hopefully it will arrive on time. I'll be setting that up, getting it ready. There are certain tools I need for the self-publishing that I cannot access with Android technology. I need Microsoft. All right. Let me put that on hold, and let me get all this painted in. Okay. So yeah, hopefully things go according to plan. Because one of the writing projects I'm doing, I'm getting close to being finished. All right. Okay. Now let's get this part done. Hopefully before my battery dies. If you're wondering why I just did that, it's because underneath this thing, as I was putting on the black, some white was dripping down. All right. And I don't want it to mix with the black paint. You know, that black paint. Okay. Actually, let me see one little thing. All right, one little thing to do. Hopefully before I lose. Oh, wow. That is dried up. Do I have another one? Thought I did. I do have another one. Wow. Okay. That was a bit of a surprise, I will say. All right. So let's get the little bit on here. Just need a little bit at the top. That's all I need. That's all I wanted. Okay. All right. Okay, well, so that's a lot of paint. I'm going to let it all dry. I'm going to get the labels put on, and then when we come back, it's going to be basing and the wash, and then it's all finished. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and so all the paint is now dry, and but I put the labels on, and I'm going to do the base, and well, since I have so much of it, and in honor of, well, not even in honor, in inspiration of what's been going on last night into today, I'm going to use snow. Yeah, so just give me a sec. Let me get this on. Whoops. Okay, let's tilt this down. All right. All right, let's get this underway. Looks pretty much is what is left is the basing, which I'm doing now, and the wash, which I'll do after I've based all the Battlemechs. All right. Whoops. All right. So that was one. Let's get two in. All right. All right. Okay. Of course, what I'm putting on here doesn't even come close to looking like what I had outside. Well, I'll be honest. It didn't actually look that deep this morning when I ventured out. But yeah, it pretty much was. I mean, it wasn't really terribly deep, but it was deep enough to cause me a whole slew of problems with me getting to the supermarket. But I did eventually get it done. And I'm actually, I mean, listen, as much as I'm bitching and moaning about it, as much as I'm complaining about it, I am glad I got it done today. Because I still don't want to, go out tomorrow and do it then. There we go. Basing is all finished. Okay, just wipe off the excess glue from that. Okay, now the wash. Okay, yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, I mean, I'm glad I did it today, because tomorrow I just want to relax. You know, I will be doing continuing the fan coverage of the Giants. So I'll be watching the game and watching my soul leave my body, as I've been saying, because this has not been a good season for them. And I'm probably going to get some. Well, I'm going to try to get some, especially in the morning, get some of the exclusive video content that I want to make for Patreon. And I mean, I was going to do some today, but after I'm doing 2 of these videos, not for this particular game and faction. I'm going to do something different after this, since I don't do the games anymore on the fourth weekend, Saturday. But I am going to get another video done, and then I'm going to spend my evening relaxing. And getting the videos together, that I did today, this one and the next one that I'm going to do. I'll get those together, and then I'm going to just relax, maybe binge watch something something like that. Okay, getting the wash into this makes it actually look like smoke. All right, last one. Whoops. Okay. All right, sorry I got quiet there. I was deep in concentration. All right. All right, so let's get them ready to present. Okay, and here we go. A lance of Battlemechs. Sorry. A lance of Battlemechs for the Eridani Light Horse Mercenary Company. Alright, well, that's all I got for today. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm up to 57 subscribers now, and my current goal is 75, so please like, subscribe, and share as much as possible. Also go to Tabletop Jones Productions. We do have a new video up. We played Marvel Crisis Protocol. We broke it up into 3 videos, so turns 1 and 2 are currently up on Tabletop Jones Productions. So please go there and do the same. And we're trying to reach. We have 31 subscribers there so far. We're trying to reach 50, so we could live stream games. And again, thank you very much for watching. This is all I hope you enjoyed this, and you take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and I will see you again.